Bitch ain't got no motherfucking job. 4 kids. And then somebody want her ass. That's what it is.
For the day of the Lord is at hand. For the Lord hath prepared a sacrifice. He hath bid his guests. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice that I will punish the princes and the king's children, and all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
That's right, man. So these people are going to be destroyed, man. The elites, these presidents, okay? These higher-ups. All right? The Lord's going to destroy and take all this that you see before you out, man. Become a complete desolation. It's a matter on the Lord, man. All right? We got to wait for the prophecies that he has set in place in order to happen. We can't haste above our maker, okay? So we can't go and basically try to make it our prophecy, so to speak. This thing is about patience and endurance. Having the patience and endurance is just having faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai that ultimately this place is going to go down. So until then, we just got to stay on our watch, keep prophesying the downfall of this place, and cursing these people out, and teaching those who actually want to be taught, man. So we try that dude's spirit. If he was sincere, really, whatever plans he got, man, should have been canceled.
Proverbs 8, verse 7, verse 6. Here, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my mouth shall be right things.
Yeah, open my mouth and be right things. Read that again. Quote the book chapter.
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 6. Here, for I will speak of excellent things, and the openings of my lips shall be right things.
So the opening of his lips shall be right things. So that just backs up again what we're saying. Anytime we come out with any information, okay, whether it be like the situation in Syria, World War III, destruction, all right, the destruction of the so-called white man, and your pending slavery that you got to look forward to, that's all backed up in the scriptures. We can prove everything that we're saying. And that's the right thing. Why is it right? Not because we're saying it, because that's what the Lord written.
It says, for my mouth shall speak truth.
My mouth shall speak truth. So, you got to get Isaiah 8 and 20. Because the truth is written in only one book. It's not the Egyptian Book of the Dead. It's not the Quran. It's not none of those philosophies you've been taught to believe is the right way. It's the scriptures. That's right. This is the book that the Lord's dealing with. This is where he bear record of his son. All right? So on and so forth. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word,
it is holy scriptures. Go ahead.
It is because there is no light in them.
Yeah, the no light represents not having the truth. All right, and the majority of these churches, okay, the problem with these churches, they've been taught what they believe to be the truth by who? Their enemy or their oppressor, the so-called white man. That's where they get all these doctrines, man. That's why when you go to these churches, they don't got an image like this up there. They got an image like this up there. So you learned your so-called truth from your enemy. Scriptures say never trust thine enemy. All right?
But we got the truth.
As iron rusteth, so shall his wickedness. So this image was set up to do one thing, deceive. And that's why we call the white man the devil, because he was made to play the part of the devil on this physical earth. The so-called white man, which is biblical nationality in the scriptures, is Esau. In the Hebrew, it's Aishawah, which means wasted away. And what's been wasted away is his skin pigment. Alright? There you go. There you go. Alright, read what you got, and then we can come with what's next.
Esau. Jake, you speaking truth? 2 nations.
I started Isaiah 30. We started
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Yep, that's Israel, man.
Verse 10. Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things.
Yeah, the majority of our people rather be in the church because they feel it's easier. They don't got to deal with the controversy and the things that we got to go through. Death threats, people talking shit, like What's that?
Weather.
Yo, yeah, the weather, dealing with the elements, you know, so on and so forth. There's many reasons.
They be seeing the clouds and making stuff happen.
One of them, a big thing, like you got these, like our main supposed leaders, like Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, they all sold out anyway. So they're not really, yeah, they're not for their own people, man. They're destroying their own people. So they're another one that goes in there, you know, about to the prophesy not. You know? So they're a good example of that. And our people just follow suit, you know? Oh, I don't want to hear that shit. I'm worried about my bank account, you know? I ain't worried about that shit. You know, I'm worried about my music career, you know? That's the attitude of our people. Don't matter if you're Puerto Rican, Dominican, a so-called Negro, it don't matter, man. All our people are the same, okay? They have that same mindset of this American dream, which is really American facade. It's not true. This is where we serve slavery, man. And we're still in captivity. Just the chains came off from our physical body to our mental. That's why we got to go to these schools, right? These public school systems that Esau set up. You learn what it is that they want you to learn. If Esau was such a righteous man, everything you would need to know is already written in the scriptures. Everything you would need to know is written in the scriptures. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Con. Yeah.
Reports.
That's right.
It was this guy. He had the store, right? So he basically had a DVD, you know, containing scriptures. He put the DVD in. It was just on the loading screen alone. The FBI, whoever, came in and arrested that guy, man. You know? And it was this other school. Basically, they was teaching them the scriptures, and they basically shut down the school and bulldozed it, man. So that's the wickedness going on here in America. They don't want this word to go out, you know. They want to demolish Christianity, you know, demolish the teachings of Jesus Christ.
That's right.
So Proverbs 8:7, for my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. Verse 8, all the words of my mouth are in righteousness, there is nothing froward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge.
Yeah, right to them that find knowledge. So that's a good representation of what? Our elders, the men that they taught, the men that we teach. You know, the fruit that is worthy of that repentance, you know, and only the Lord knows whom his elect is. You know, but we got to take on that task of basically fishing them out. Somebody give me that. You shall be fishers of men. So when it's not because of how we say it or what we're saying, it's just because the words that the Lord written is drawing them men out, man. That maybe they be seeking, searching. They know things ain't right. They know that there's more to life than just doing what the fucking devil tells you, man. All right, so-called white man tells you. All right, and everything in between. Go ahead. Like I always use myself as an example because, you know, I went from church to church to church to church to try to find, you know, the so-called truth, because I believe in my ignorance that the place to go if you wanted to learn about God and whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, go to church. That could be more farther from the truth, man. It can't be no more farther from the truth, you know? You ain't gonna find no truth in the church. And then every question I had, okay, couldn't be answered by no preacher. Then they look at me like, oh, did I answer your question in today's sermon? I gotta play stupid with the guy because he didn't answer no questions.